In this season of Zcraft, I have built 10 minigames. My first game is a simple build. Inspired by the New York Times Connections game and Only Connect, I made Minecraft Connections. In this puzzle, you are given 16 Minecraft-related clues, and you have to figure out the 4 different groups of 4 in the puzzle. I ran this game weekly for a few months, and I definitely want to bring this back in the future. My second game involved more building than just 16 signs, but is equally as unoriginal. Inspired by MCC, I tried my best to replicate the tense, competitive bow game of Dodgebolt in survival Minecraft. 2 arrows pop up on alternating sides every 15 seconds, and the goal is to shoot the opponents off the platform. The team left standing wins a point, and the first to 3 points wins the match. And when making Dodgebolt, someone smartly commented that you could use calibrated Sculk sensors to keep track of the arrows, specifically when a player gets hit. And that's inspired my next minigame, Sculk Blasters. Instead of being a dodgeball-style one-shot-and-you're-out game, this was more like laser tag, where you get a point for every successful shot. The game lasts about 2 minutes, and the team with the most points at the end wins. And here is probably my favourite game this season, Ravager Hill. I actually made 2 different versions. Here you can see the single-player game, built in our winter district. The aim of the game is simple: dodge the Ravagers, collect snowballs, and shoot all the targets to win. This was quite obviously inspired by Decked Out, in particular a comment made by Gem, noting just how much fun she has on the 2 Ravager levels, dodging and outsmarting the Ravagers. The single-player version has a leaderboard for the fastest time to win, but it was popular enough that I really wanted to make a multiplayer version. The main difference is there are now 4 sets of targets, and you need to only light your colour to win. There were some small improvements as well. More snowballs, the snowball spots are clearly marked, and of course we added a few more Ravagers. To give us something to do while waiting for Ravager Hill to reset, we built this game, Ravager Javelin. To play, you simply hold your shield up to the Ravager until it charges its raw attack, and then get as close to the centre of the Ravager at the moment it roars. The closer you are, the further you will fly. This technique was learnt from Tango's Season 7 Toon Towers base, although instead of lining it up perfectly to fly 400 blocks, it's more of a challenging timing game. Get the timing just right and you'll hit the back wall 70 blocks away. The Scrap Heap is a PvP game split into 3 different phases. In Phase 1, players explore the whole of the Scrap Heap, collecting items from the ground, which are useful in various crafting recipes. In Phase 2, players return to their team's crafting truck and use those items to make gear for the fight. You can craft, brew potions, and even enchant things if you find the right items. And then there's Phase 3, the battle. The crafting function is locked away, and you must battle the other team to the death. The next game is a simpler and less aggressive one, Stat Battles. I wanted to make a less complex stat poker game by removing the poker and gambling elements. 9 different stats are chosen, written in a book, and players must write down their numbers in their own version of the book. Then, the players decide their 5 best stats. These are the stats where, compared to the other players at the table, they think they are most likely to have the highest number. These are ranked 1 to 5, and the rank determines how many points you get if you have the highest stat. In our Spring District, some friends built a really cool Snail Race area, and that inspired the idea of making a Snail Race gambling machine. The concept is simple. Water is toggled on and off by randomizers, which pushes armour stands along a race course. The first snail to make it to the end wins the race. Players can bet on which snail will win, and if they choose correctly, they win a prize. And the last game I made this season is the Boat Labyrinth, an ice boating race course with a twist. Instead of making it to the end as fast as possible, your goal is to collect as many coins as you can along the course. But you must finish the course within the 5-minute timer. Now here's a couple of bonus things. Here is my base. It's actually just a storage room. I also built this cute little cactus wizard who protects my Boat Labyrinth game, but it's actually just a storage room. And this amazing podium here was not built by me. However, this storage room is mine. And finally, the Scrap Heap hides a humble secret. It's a storage room. And there we have it, 10 minigames in 1 season. I hope to make even more in Season 7, and maybe I'll even have a base. Thanks for watching.